man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. These eyes used to be blue, baby blue. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. The corpse is... The man before you, his eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. These eyes used to be dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to
I'm gone. Into the wild pale yonder in the past.
What was that, pale yonder? Do you know what the pale is?
The pale coppo, it spooks me out.
The corpse is silent. The nose in the middle of his face is swollen.
I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. A mother. Go ahead, Kobo. What do you mean? It's the power of your... Imagine. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fuck it because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions? Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. No, you don't. Between you and... That's right. Stupid, boring Harry. Harry the motherfucker. Because you have love did me in, brother Copo. It was love, sure, Lobo, looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you Ha!
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost...
Do I remind you?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
You sure wrinkled out of that one, Coppolini. Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features, if possible. Also, see me...
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced
The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color, coursing.
So, what do you think? To purposefully mislead us. They must have hung him fast after that bullet hit. This is well done. It would have fooled me. Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis.
You would still like the hypostasis marks in the neck to be a bit more pronounced.
Maybe it looks faint to you? It could be more pronounced, actually. Dûment noté. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead. That sounds about right, yes.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is...
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Malicious laughter erupts in the air.
Big
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our...
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your... Come back later, Coppo.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good...
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like...
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda. But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt.
Someone else?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
No. Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him, climb up there, and there has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
I'll blow his head off.
Take it!
Yeah, take the shot.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle-loader, ascetic, frugal. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding.
God damn it.
Fucking idiot!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in.
Remain collegial, officer. It was an honest mistake. And I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. We are not getting him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him.
How do you plan to get him down then? With social sensibility? Are you going to educate him down?
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't look.
They only have...
This is the sorriest pair of pigs. Kuno's.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in...
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, the slow movement of the branch in the wind, and your shoulders direct as you wait. Your breathing slows down.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that do it? Set me free!
You feel as though it would be dangerous to set this creature free.
Don't.
Do it! Put it right here, Mulka! Right here!
Intense shit, copper.
Could waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it was pathetic!
The lieutenant takes the gun carefully from you and
Fucking pussy didn't shoot shit, did he?
We need to go to the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have. I did not want us to be indebted to a man like Everard Clare. I wanted us to be able to deal with it ourselves.
You need to suck my dick! Why the fuck am I still alive?
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. On his chest, a fading web of tattoos. The cargo belt used to hang him from the tree looks reinforced. The man before you, his eyes, these eyes used dark brown hair grows on his head.
I'm gone into
What was that?
the pale coppo.
The corpse is silent.
I'm a joke. Look at me. There is nothing funny about joke. A killer. Go ahead. What do you mean? It's him. Go ahead. Ask me more, because you're a cop. Coming right up, copper. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. No, you're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the motherfucker. Because you loved me in, brother Copo. Sure, looking at my face. Motionless. Looking.
Something is on its way.
Do I remember?
A child born with Muller's disease.
You sure ring. Come back later, Coppo.
As you narrow, this is only the lower extremities are pink.
I see.
The monster,
So, what do you think? I agree.
his personality.
Totally dead. That sounds about right, yes. Agreed.
You would still like the hypostasis marks.
Maybe it looks faint to you? There's always a chance. We should check for ligament to purposefully mislead us.
A pool of
The victim...
Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky. I do.
Stop.
He means you fucked him up.
but there is no break. The man before you is naked, but for a pair.
Of course. Come back.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination?
The cadaver slowly twists. He doesn't actually think the chap.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can... Someone else?
What was that about? Processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boot?
No. Think of the... I know it's hard, but I assure you, climb up... There has to be a less risky way. We are not...
How do you plan to get him down, then? With social...
Yeah.
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the...
Where?
They'll miss. The pigs will miss, Kuno.
I'll blow his...
Take it.
Yeah.
silence and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a keel 8. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's stess position.
He's gonna fuck.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that
God damn it.
He feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age.
Fucking idiot! Mookabata!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped.
No, we are lucky, as if any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate...
Kuno's so...
The lieutenant doesn't say a word. Just looks at the gun in his hand.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can... It's bad. Go ahead.
This is the...
Take it, you fucking banani boy!
The cold,
The fuck are you waiting for?
the buckle comes.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Your field is slow as you wait.
Look, he's crying. You gonna do it? Set me free!
You feel as though
Don't.
Do it!
you hear an explosion within the weapon in your hands. The branches of the pine tree behind the girl shake ever so lightly. Your ears are still ringing. A plume of smoke has erupted from the barrel. The little monstrosity stands. She is disappointed, trapped, entangled in this world. All because
You fucking learn to shoot!
Whoa. See? Pig tried to shoot you. You're a...
Yes, Kuno,
my liege, it may be possible to spin this as some sort of, pedagogical exercise. Not to you at all. No, no, no. You sense nylon moving somewhere to your left. There's motion in your peripheral.
And what kind of lesson is that?
he's a fucking f***er who misses.
That is not important right now. I think you're underestimating the gravity of this situation, officer. We need to go to the harbor and ask the lead.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver?
The cadaver slowly...
Of course. Come back.
He doesn't act...
The cadaver is a good 1.2. Someone else?
What was that about processing, then? Well,
No. Think of the... I know it's hard, but someone else?
what was that about processing?
Someone already did. You know who came? I know it's hard, but I assure someone else?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots?
Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I know it's hard, but I assure climb up. There has to be a less risky way. We are not getting...
How do you plan to...
Yeah!
How?
With the buckle ties that...
Where?
Yeah.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said. Silence. With his... and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a keel. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's stess position, taking aim.
He's gonna...
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that
God damn it.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking...
No, we are... Any more mistakes could put us in a...
Kuno's...
The lieutenant doesn't say a word. Just look.
I have to say, it's beginning... It's bad as... Go ahead.
This is the...
Take it, you fucking banani boyka! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold,
The fuck are you...
the buckle.
Why don't you just shoot yourself?
Your field is slow as you wait.
Look, he's crying! You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
A plume of smoke erupts from... The man before you is naked.
Of course. Come back.
Are you sure we finished?
The cadaver He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. I was really...
I would really prefer if there was another way. But what other option?
Someone else?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of?
No. Think of the boat. I know it's hard, but climb up, there has to be a less risky way. We are not get...
How do you plan to get him down, then? With social sensibility?
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a...
Where?
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
Silence, and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a keel. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's steps.
He's gonna...
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes.
God damn it.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno...
No, any more mistakes? I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. Okay, they do have the tools and the men. And... okay. But to ask the sub, clearly we can't.
Suck my dick.
Hooray for us.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything. Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that Don't be yanking your shit in front of the Kuno. Kuno's...
Belying the act. He's actually telling the truth. Or at least 0 point. You need to befriend him first.
Kuno does... Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
No! You told him about it and now he knows your name!
The city's not fucking lame. You are lame. Kuno's tired of defending raid shit, and fuck you too, putting Kuno on the spot like that. Kuno doesn't need to
Explain himself, as if explaining some kind of work, some kind of avant-garde. You must get to the bottom of this one of these days. Sadly, it's unlikely to happen today.
Kuno doesn't fucking care. Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around.
Everything's still cool here.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation.
In this yard,
He's assessing the situation. How
someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago. A black bloc, a part of the city left unrenovated after the war, or one that has fallen to gang violence.
on aerial photos, block obscures look like dark squares. Hence,
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house. Yes, and you picked it up because you're a post-apocalyptic scavenger who collects trash and magnesium blisters.
it's not meant as nagging, just an
We should move. I don't think...
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time, the pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it. Gone for you to discover. You've got someone close to the victim might know, someone who knows about history. The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion as the road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction. A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit. His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavier with money. Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200. Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The wind moves the aerosol, and it
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the,
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
That's harsh. I'm like 3 or maybe 4 years into mine. Wait, no. Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong. Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my...
He really has no idea who this Ruby is.
We are saving the...
Please don't call.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried, so now it's a pirate's life for me. It's you. You're Tequila Sunset. We've met before.
No, you sure don't.
I don't think you're ready for that grade of reality yet. It'd be ill-advised for me to tell you. You gotta go do the intro yourself. Come back when you've been to the
He points toward the waterline with his bottle.
Didn't I already say? I don't want to be the one who breaks it to you. You have to get acquainted with the event first.
You need to face up to it. Go to the sea, inspect the machine.
You too,
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man.
Don't you call her? Yeah.
Right. You might have found one person who doesn't know you are the law.
Abigail. Oh, Abigail. Abigail. Don't call her.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible. He snorts and beckons you to lean in.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
There's no use in yelling at drunks.
The drunk man.
Don't call.
There was little chance he'd be reliable.
Don't call.
There's no waking him.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine. Sure, friend. You know it.
Don't mind old Rosemary here. He's a buffoon. Let's have a word after your high-concept transactions. I'll give you the lowdown.
Aye, by amphetamine I mean speed. Aye, swap good, my man. Now what can I offer you? Oh, the system's been good to old Rosemary. You see, friend, man makes his own luck. And I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor exquise. Sold 2 to the bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people. See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. You know, it's funny, actually.
He's finding it difficult to focus his...
What?
Keep him talking.
This guy.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go. It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all. The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you...
Don't say it.
3 real and it's...
Well done. That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shop.
Tequila sunset.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth. The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that...
He looks just like me.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws and the rock kicker was just being shy. But
You're bad with kids. Don't worry, everyone is. How about we do some police work now? We're not getting anything here.
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is gonna... Then we're definitely doing it. The kids don't reply. Absorb. The scruffy-haired little boy. You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan. Also, no.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in close.
Then how does she know you're here?
I still have a golden ear. Come, come. Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause...
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered... No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of them, he was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it...
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
Oh, the usual.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen.
Maybe they are afraid. Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us? Nay, I have.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your...
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other. Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Help the storm clouds gather on the horizon. There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look...
Ruby was here. Ask her about lodgings.
Stay? Most people here. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shop. I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM. No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can steal, or don't. It's your choice. No skin off my teeth. My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. Aye. The room is pretty.
When Varson communist revolutionary Ignace Nielsen was in hiding, he stayed in a hut on the Boreal Plateau for 10 months.
Surely not the first one. So are you interested or not? Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
Just us. It's barely a village. This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank...
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
The lack of wealth is the one thing...
It's cold, cynical.
Riddles. Fits with the general ambiance.
Aye. Sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside this name. Oh, it seems to be a common theme these days. Isn't that what people always think when they are lost? Something I can do for you too. Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees, an old military hospital and its surroundings. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets. And the goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now. Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do. I'm sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every now and then. Here, for you, no officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of... Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it...
So, they don't hold service?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such. Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty. I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk. but it's closed. No one. That's why it's closed. It was once a now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere. What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a develop, used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast. Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called. Now it's your turn, Mr. Why, I guess I will hurry. Aye, he just rolls off the tongue. I used to know he did too many narcotics. So many, he fell off his boat and split his skull on a buoy. Folks who saw it say his head cracked open like a melon. Nasty, nasty.
Honorable One, you have accumulated a substantial amount of honor points on your life path. You are a man most virtuous. Of course there were honor points. Did you think no one was paying attention to all of your, the modesty on this one? You are on the fast track to becoming one of the rarest, most revered of all police officers, an honor cop. Living in the name of virtue and doing noble deeds while expecting nothing in return, selflessness forms the basis for the warrior code, an ageless code, as fit for nomadic Ilmaran tribes traversing the vast red plateau in Provincia Gordi, as it is for your neighborhood postman. You are like a wandering night monk setting right the wrongs. Are you ready to drink deep from the cup of honor? Yes, your deeds have spoken for you, Honorable One, but to fully drape oneself in an eternal cloak of honor, a ritual. Even among the honorable, only the most dignified are deemed worthy. Honor comes from deep within you, and to truly know oneself, to know one's honor, one must reach deep. You need to bring the thumb of your right hand, your sword hand, to your rectum and stick it in there to form the Arch of Honors. People will be in awe, admiring a police officer most honorable, in a sacred...
What are you doing?
Really? It seems more like a personal hygiene thing.
You're right. The lieutenant, although a noble man, does not understand honor like you do. But congratulations, Honorable One. You have become a member of Go Forth and commit even more honorable deeds. And should your resolve ever waver, remember, it is an honor to serve with you, Honor Cop. The door has seen better days.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement. After we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shop.
The key turns with a satisfying.
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Luby. My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like,
Kids.
my mom tells...
Kids.
My mom's outside, and I don't really know about my dad. Yes. They don't want to play with me. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them. They look identical. It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you make up for the skewer you broke.
I don't know. Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry. It's Lammy. He's my friend.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Yes. Lammy has lived a long life. Lammy was a... No! That's not it.
I think she means revolutionary.
Yes! Lammy was a resolution. It's Lammy.
Lambie is a stuffed...
Yes. Lammy. Yes! Lammy was a... Bye!
Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with? A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called... The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built...
You've graduated to...
Men with authority have their quirks. Comes with never being second-guessed about anything. So what brings you here, Lawbringer? The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions.
Indeed, you're always confused. Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly. Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot. Guns are expensive and fragile, I think. Besides, I got kids. Can't have guns around them, and sometimes a sharp blade is enough to keep... From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. You would put me in an early grave. What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone... That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
Not bad.
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin.
The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast.
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying. Gone. To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles. Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy, nor... She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea...
Keep it professional, man. This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once, bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
And go where? The fish are plentiful here and we get enough orders to get by. It's not great, but it's something. Exactly. I don't mean to complain about my sad, pauper life.
She would like to complain. She would like that very much. But she can't, and she won't. Though, has gotten her this far, and she's not given it up.
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Overproductive honor glands. Here it is. It's titled Honor for the Brave, and goes, I have no family. I make
Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with?
You've graduated.
Men with authority. So what brings you? A fishing village. The sign on the name is Lily.
Indeed, ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty. Not really. Guns are expensive. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. No, I'm afraid. What makes you think that goes for men too? But they...
Not bad.
Sure.
The traces of her laughter are still there.
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Gone. To the waves. The sea took him. He didn't Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy Us working for life didn't
This is neither. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could...
Like I said, fish mostly. I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurant. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea...
Keep it professional, man. This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Oh, Barry. Finding people. What else? Bottles?
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
And go where? Exactly.
She would like to complain. She would like that very much. But she can't.
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar. Aye. Sunny days.
No, ma'am. We have no quarrel.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for...
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the rain streaming down the yellow belly of the boat.
Shot, huh? The boat will be ready when the sea turns and the winds settle. You can't command...
My prediction, it will be at least 2 days.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. Let's see. Who are you looking for? I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate? Aha! Like snowmen. 2 odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like. I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen? Yeah, I'm not really looking for that anymore. Not much into the middle-class ones either. Wish I could help you with that, but I haven't seen your working-class husband. Maybe I can help you. Okay. When did this person stay here? Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for... Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find... Really? Are you sure you're not also looking for Nadia Harnancourt? Or Ignis Niels? A lot of stuff. Oh, there's plenty missing. But that's too much for even an eager terrier like you to handle. Although you seem very thorough. Tell me, instead, is there something else I can help you with? Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. Where are you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building? What a nice idea.
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
That Evrart and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well...
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
He has a pen in everything. Here you go. I shouldn't have. Yes, well, I looked at it and thought I should. Because it says youth centre, and I have my own children.
Living with the construction noise is going...
Sure, but it's temporary and for a good cause. They're cute and small now, but they're growing up fast. Too fast. Anyway, you'll have to get Isabel to sign it too. I saw the signatories. And she won't...
Sound logic. Division of labor. She leaves the Sounds like Isabel is the leader around here.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the... Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all this.
Test the waters here. Say that there's nothing to be worried about.
Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our... I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting. Either way, I won't... I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never planned to keep. Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes.
In her mind, the Union is right-wing because Everard is fat. She speaks with the authority of a leader. Hers is the final word around here. She is headstrong, but there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Tequila Sunset. What's it about? Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very successful businessman. I've signed more than a few lease forms or whatever the All right. Don't know if I've mentioned it, but I used to be a businessman. And as a businessman, I am going to keep the pen. For my trouble.
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down. I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier. Aye, ma'am. And it's of course, jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty?
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty. It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived.
What brings you here?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the cordelate she read. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
What is this? Destruction of property? Hooliganism? Elder abuse?
No need. Lillian and I are getting on much better. For one, she appreciates the... How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The smell of salt and dog shit in the...
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your question.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind...
Fortunately for you, madame.
All right. Real men. Real politics. Real thoughts in your head.
Maybe. Have I told you how they discovered this place? No, they're in Celindian. Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty. I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This art. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Do we?
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism.
This story she will tell it only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit. That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water. Slowly, it must be cold and lonely. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
It appears to be so. I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you... Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea. The logo is too deep in murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last...
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening. Your mocking tone finds no response. but the motion of the waves.
Yes, yes. Clearly, this is a triumph. I'd say the vehicle. Let's wait for the low tide and see.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The Joyrider must have left something good inside. Got a Joyrider jacket? You feel a strange connection to this Joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
As you sit down in the old rusty playground, the hinges creak under your weight. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. Spit flies from your mouth to your moustache, your chest. Banged up motor carriage lies. It must be. Remember the tire track?
It appears to be so.
You get a sudden, why the doom and gloom? It's just the motor carriage, the logo is too.
The ice isn't.
The estimate is correct. Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yes, yes. Let's wait for.
Great idea. A Joyrider jack.
I don't know.
As you sit down, the hinges creak. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky. The tune on your lips forms a strange, yet the lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
I'm pretty sure I told you already, didn't I? My dad and mom are both half Seolite.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupri, Model 40. It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. Yes, 41. What do you think it...
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. Does he know something about that speed racer?
I'm sorry, Harry.
41. Precinct 41. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
The lieutenant just...
There were never any street racers. It was always you. I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here. Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were detective. We don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point. I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but that is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be, well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this. Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles.
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
The lieutenant adjusts. There is also a fourth thing you've more precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always dark. At least we have a pretty good suspect. If we found your motor carriage in the sea, maybe we'll find her too. Yes, let's go take a look.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between 2 durable plastic sheets is a bluish. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue. The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eye, but the badge is new. You used an old good choice. A newer photo would look 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got, what do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see line.
Harrier, that's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. It's a wartime name, revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying or...
A name like armor.
Why? It's a cool name. I like it. Besides, you're Harry anyway.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's... The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see...
Lieutenant W. Freighter. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant. The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus your... There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not... And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case...
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol city.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, then a captain. Kings like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconvention, it matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary. Good.
Such a small yet precious thing.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers.
The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose. One that's
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of lieutenant. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been...
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well. But better? Probably. A lot can happen in 4 months. Especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you.
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial. It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money...
It's no wonder you are like you are, Heath.
But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy...
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. He knew all those people, although they're not from his station. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light.
You're back. Good. By love, you did.
Fast, observantly, she is memorizing your badge.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them. My plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will, because let me tell you, we are in...
Meaning, the information she has will...
The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, if...
A pane of eternite has been planted into the barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger...
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young...
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader. Or at least he thinks he is.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike...
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a tooth.
Hello, I'm Andre.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair. Aggressive, imbecilic. Yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecile. His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and...
This is my posse. No.
The young man with earrings looks at you,
An egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers. We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single...
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict...
Finally someone who understands the plight of narcomania. Play it cool. You might have an ally here.
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah.
Strike that! The word!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Could be. We don't know for sure. But we do know they are spooky. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring...
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can...
Thank you, Egg. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for. All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Of course. Noid.
All right.
It's as if time is frozen somehow. You think you can sense the... You see,
Hello.
there is definitely imbecilic. His grip.
This is my pot.
The young...
And Ed, together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some serious weird men.
That...
You see,
Arnostov,
yeah, thank you.
places.
I apologise for my friend Noid. Yeah,
Finally,
I'm talking about...
Don't burn out.
Well, strike that and sad.
he leans back a little. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Could be. I was hoping. Also, people just want... Thank you. So you're gonna look into it, right? All right.
Andre's obviously...
I asked...
I had to do it in a...
Of course.
All right.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ka-ching. The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly. The young man with ribcage-shaped suspenders feels nice. It would feel a whole lot less nice had you dropped them. Or worse, got hit in the eye with them. Good thing.
Not long. Like a week, maybe? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%. Maybe...
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive. I mean, come on. Most people aren't ever that alive. I don't know. What does anything mean, really?
Oh, yeah.
I knew you'd get it. You're one...
It feels good to be the smart cop, doesn't it? That's a good cop to be. Has a nice ring to it. Smart cop. You wouldn't want to be stupid cop.
Oh, okay. I won't do that anymore. Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it. Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses. Well, there's also the machine.
This machinery.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly,
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water.
Andre, tell him... Oh, and it felt like there was something...
No.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my...
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone, or something, eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it. Sure, why not?
But not really. Brown hair. Old. Heavy, dark sides.
What Noid said.
So brown and older. Ruby might have dyed her hair. Though it seems like you have to see for yourself. These people are not reliable.
Like, you aren't alone.
It wasn't quite you.
Not human. As in a ghost.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling. Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for climbing walls.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her.
So he hasn't even been in there lately. Is he afraid?
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Well, honestly, I can't...
This is a below-feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure there's... Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
The gesture is super futuristic. Goes well with his spiked imbecile.
Sure. What? Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it...
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no? Totally.
The Pericanassian Church is about love, and Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is hardcore.
Unity! Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse!
Oh yeah! He's coming around! You're getting it!
Your posse's like your people, man! Like you got your cup posse! You look out.
And where is your posse, detective? Nothing comes to you. The world is silent.
Are we?
Yeah! Yeah!
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise.
The one with the large head is still looking. You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if, they get this club going. You've got it in you.
Yes. What? Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water. Oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
It does.
Told you we have a smell problem.
Ether? I don't smell it.
No.
He sniffs the air. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of gut. However, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put, and their pupils aren't dilated. So, at least, not under the influence of stimulants. That doesn't rule out hallucinogens, benzos, some depressants. How do you know all this?
The what now? Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur.
I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe. Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser...
Nosafed is the shit.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The Noser. Blast away.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
As always, we'll... Hi again. So, how are things going?
Okay, so the You see a youngish man, bleaching.
Hello,
There is definitely something futuristic.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to It's good you talked to Andre. Huh?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Okay, so the
Hi again. So, how are things...
Okay.
Hi again. So,
Okay, so the speed freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Okay, so the speed freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. You indeed. So one of them came upon the abandoned church. They want to turn it into a club for dance music, but agents of not plus, and it has to be considered. You can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. It still feels as if this didn't quite go as it should have, but
As always, we'll be right...
Hi again. So, how are things going?
nothing jumps out to you. Nothing out of the ordinary.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading. Yeah, gotta compare. See if we... I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do. Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked-up Samaran sign.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachel's sister revolution on the Grand Isola. It's known as a severely degenerated rogue state.
I know, man. I was just talking about the aesthetic. Nothing's wrong with it. It should definitely be researched.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because of psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights. The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us in...
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshi tape player, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous event.
Hardcore! It's hardcore!
Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do? Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths?
Hi again. So, how are things going? He's a quiet man. Mostly communicates through music and by being a master of ceremonies. You know, a host. A declare.
Interesting, sire. A bit like you then. An MC for short.
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him. Yeah, sometimes, when I stumble and find my way into his centre, you have to hear a lot of hardcore.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak.
As always.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small... Then the organ starts playing, a simple melancholy, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by... Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning. Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. Yup, they're all here. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Gart, you have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, the lieutenant looks at you as you remove the
I was just thinking. I really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time. Clearly, I haven't. We're having this conversation, aren't we? How well could it have gone, I mean?
The snow falls on her shoulders.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for... I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility. I don't know what to say. None of this is for my sins, of course. For destroying my first love.
She nods, slow. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous.
Can I help you? What is this thing? Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess? So, I don't know.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little...
It's not actually about that, but he likes it.
No, you don't. It's not
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous. You need to approach this situation logically. Ask him why he has the PA system installed if you can't use it.
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of '44. A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke. Okay, yes, it's for some clients. Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes.
He's lying, but whatever. You don't really need his link. The man in the vest and the violet shirt. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows.
Fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage. The stage is all set up for your...
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the camera.
The air is... Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Saint-Saëns, though it once was larger. How the real may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you. This guy really carried you. The microphone amplifies your voice in an uncomfortable manner. Someone coughed.
Good, good. Are we ready?
Last words? A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s.
Oh.
She must be a cell. It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little.
So should you. Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well, look, man.
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law. Lots of feeling. Feel it up. Way up. You're saying it really loud, but it's not coming out right. Maybe add more indignation. More.
I didn't mean to.
I'm sorry.
The lieutenant is watching the scene unfold before his... The girl looks down, slowly curling into a ball. The young woman has kept her eyes trained on her wires. Wait, looking up, she sees a grown man on the wrong side of 40.
This isn't really about the hat, is it? You know, you're not the only one with issues. I self-medicate. Shit, crying helps though. Get it out your system. And then maybe... So, like, seriously, what's...
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing, and she wears thick black eyeliner. Most men wouldn't call her pretty. There is a manliness to her, a coarseness.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on.
To the cops.
Me?
A silver bird feels strangely familiar. Was it an expression? And if yes, then for what? Then your mind slips and the thought is gone.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but... Oh, that. You're not going to believe me.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything. And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me, right at me.
Like a crab, you say?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on, she obviously could. She already went into detail.
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only...
A crab and a bang.
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw. Why? Okay then. They certainly do around me. This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but actually just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike. No, you're welcome.
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble. Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium. Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck. Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck, or really be a Palaceum going kind of person. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sure. Yeah, I record stuff with it. No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
An entire litany spews forth.
Man, you are one weird cop. You do understand it all just sounds like Mike to me, right? Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for love.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the... Anyway, I thought I'd make some... I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too.
Take this, you're cold.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, the boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid.
And who are these boys?
Yeah, Andre and the guys.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No, didn't you see it yourself? It's mostly music stuff, like this tape recorder, but bigger. Yep, they were pretty. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really.
It's probably amphetamine. It makes you feel impervious to the elements, but doesn't actually make you any less cold.
I got my recordings to do. I feel better outside. Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. Go ahead. Okay, bye.
Do you want to talk about what just happened? Normally, I'm opposed to discussing one's feelings. So, what do you...
'Tis possible thou couldst persuade the lieutenant 'twas all a part of thy unorthodox method. But can thou persuade thyself? Believeth in thyself, my liege. 'Twas all a clever ruse.
Yes, a clever ruse. I see. Even so, in the future, could you please refrain from emoting too much on duty? The quasi-legal status of the RCM means we need to project strength twice as consistently as not when projecting strength. Then it's just weakness. That may be so, but such is Revachol. Glad to hear it was minor. Can you go on? Then let's...
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. So cool. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, Nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights and they solve shit. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye, badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you. The shaggy-haired girl.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean. Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. The musicians in... Anyway, I don't really...
Take it.
No, ma'am.
It's okay.
Thanks. Go ahead. So you talked... Great. I was wondering when you would come around. What's up? What is it? Oh, really? So, the thing that's got you crying in front of strangers is the slow pace of social progress? Okay, so you're not that upset, it sounds like. Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about?
Perhaps.
Okay. Why'd you think that? Wow, man. That's pretty symbolic, don't you think? Okay. What else? There you have it then. Chick trouble. Not political. Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her? Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you? How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing? Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did...
It's obvious she's done more than...
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank. You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich. You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten though. Just my opinion. If it itches, it's supposed to become like a club for Nordic dance music, except that, yeah. You know, Nordic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments. Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke. This is an evolutionary step up from amplified instruments, which in turn are a step up from acoustic instruments.
Go ahead. No.
Just...
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast. Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party. Hello again. Recording. I think I'm recording cracks in the art. The musicians in... Anyway, I don't really...
She looks at the...
No, ma'am.
It's okay.
Thanks. Go ahead.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at... She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. The wind howls. It's real. Tell her.
What is? I know. I'll stick to it.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? My associates? I haven't got much to say. Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends.
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be...
A metal payphone. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still, this feels wrong. End of tone. Someone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely have died. Are you sure you're...
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you, to your relief. Calling. Still again. Someone with...
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, no. What you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone.
Who is this? Who the fuck do you think you are talking to me like that? Just tell me what's going on here. Bien, come here.
The sounds are muffled. You can make out two people, a man and a woman called. Amid the howling in the wire, you make out a woman's voice with a thick Samaran accent. More shouting. You're pretty sure you hear a man saying fuck several times. Then the crackle in the phone line gets violently louder, like the surf breaking.
What the hell are you doing? Big deal?
This has lowered his opinion of you, but only...
Let's just go. I've had enough of this phone booth.
A metal payphone. You hear the calling. Still, this feels end of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? Do you have any news about Pierre? He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you, then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country. To hell with the police.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. You get a sinking feeling. Calling. Still again. Someone.
Hello,
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, no. What you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone.
Who is this? Who the fuck do you think you are talking to me like that? Very funny, asshole. Why don't you grow up? Oh.
Phone. Disconnect tone. Calling. 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 Still.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work. Tethys. Hey! You're not Tethys.
Disconnect. Calling.
I'm tired.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
Writing. I hate writing so much.
The man. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone. Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying. You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Strange. This is not how you started before. You dialed 001. This is not the area code of Revachol. 005 is Revachol, ZOC. 001 is Grad, on the Grad Isola. 414447 1117 361. Your fingers keep moving like a spy. Yes. 451 67 451. 451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay an ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird stopped calling, calling still. Calling still. Then the ocean breaks out of the...
Hello? Dora, who is this?
Dora. The name feels like a gift. In the distorted distance. You don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that loud.
No. It's you, isn't it? It's you. Who is this? What? Oh no. Is that you?
This is too much. You need to recede.
Oh no, not this. What time is it? You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Because it's me. Look, I don't understand what you're saying or why you're calling me. You seem drunk. Oh, God. Do you know what time it is? It's so late here. It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours. Yes, I'm in my rover. Sleeping. What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
To work. The academy, where I work.
No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper. What are you doing to yourself right now? You need to stop, Harry. You'll die.
Oh no, please stop. Please, let's just hang up. No, I want to go to...
She does not answer anymore. Harry. Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money. You dial the number again. 26 pulls of the in the middle of it. Calling, calling. Calling, 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 calling. It looks like she doesn't want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her. Come on, you know why. Calling, calling.
Harry, please.
Phone hanging, disconnect tone. You dial the number, calling, 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 and calling for who knows how long, but no one answers. You need to insert. The cold metal is hard and hurts your knuckles. You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw. Don't think this is a sign of anything other than your heart failing. There's no... Cop suffers final...